Welcome to Prysm.io, the revolutionary nutritional wellness scanner designed to help you understand your antioxidant level like never before. With just a quick scan, you'll receive a personalized Prysm score and start your journey. Spectral Rai is the core of Prysm.io's innovation. It's our proprietary technology that captures over 700,000 hyperspectral absorption measurements per scan. It analyzes how light is absorbed by your skin and, using advanced AI, cross-referenced with Raman spectroscopy research, calculates your Prysm score. In other words, we're turning a 15-second scan into a powerfully accurate insight about your antioxidant levels and ultimately your nutritional wellness. If you're a Nu Skin direct seller, Prysm.io is more than just a device. It's your business advantage. It helps you build belief, show proof of product effectiveness, and offer a consultative wellness experience to your customers. When you first turn on your Prysm.io device, you'll see the indicator lights glow white. That means it's ready to be set up. To get started, download the app where you'll pair your device, install any updates, and complete your first calibration. To pair your device, what you're going to do is open up the app and you'll log in with your Nu Skin account. You'll see this screen where it says, go ahead and pair your device. We're going to tap Pair My Device, and then it'll ask to make sure that your device is turned on. So make sure that you can see the bright white lights on your device. Once that has been done, press Search for Device. If you have the only Prysm.io in the room, it will automatically go and pair it up. So from here, the device has been paired, and now we are doing a firmware update. On your first time opening up your device and pairing, a firmware update will be pushed to your device. This right now is getting all the latest updates that we have for the device uploaded. This firmware update will roughly take about 1 minute, and you'll see that the LED lights are circling blue, indicating that the firmware update is in process. When the firmware update is complete, you'll see that the LED lights turn off, and the app will say the Prysm.io is rebooting. This is normal, and wait until the screen says that the firmware update is complete before moving on. You'll see that all the LED lights will turn on once the device has been rebooted. The LED lights are now back on, and your firmware update is complete. You have the option to go and personalize your Prysm.io device by giving it a name, or if not, you can go ahead and press skip. Now, we are going to perform the first calibration for the device in order to complete setup. To do this, make sure that the lens on your device is clean by using the provided microfiber cloth. Wipe it in a circular motion on the lens to make sure there are no smudges. Now from here, go ahead and press start. You'll need to make sure that you have the provided Prysm.io calibration disc. This comes in your kit. Enter the 4-digit code that you will find at the bottom of your calibration disc. The first step will be to place the calibration disc over the lens with the color side of the disc facing up. Once that step has been completed, press Disc is ready, continue. The device will now do a 15-second scan as part of the first step in calibration. Once that scan is complete, the app will prompt you to flip over the calibration disc so that the colored side is now facing down. You should be able to see that 4-digit code facing up. Once you've done that, press Disc is ready, continue. We are now doing a second 15-second scan. Once that is completed, the app will prompt you to remove the calibration disc. The last step in calibration is going to be to scan your finger. Following the best scanning practices, make sure that your finger is placed covering the lens completely and that you have firm, even pressure over the lens. Make sure that there's no light leaking out of the lens. This is best performed if you are sitting to make sure that your arm doesn't move and that you have even pressure during the entire scan. Your device is now set up and ready to scan. Once you press Go to Homepage, you'll be taken to the home screen, which is your dashboard that shows you your latest score. You can then go into the Scan tab and begin scanning yourself or scanning others. If you need to recalibrate your device, this can be done by going to the Scan tab, pressing the gear icon in the top right-hand corner, and going to the calibration section right here. Calibration takes less than a minute and helps your device perform at its best. If you're having trouble connecting, make sure your device is on and charged and that your Bluetooth connection is enabled and allowed for the app. When charging your device, there will be green LED indicators. That way you'll know the device is charging. Make sure you charge it on a regular basis. Once setup is done, you'll be ready to start scanning and see your score. To start a scan, we suggest that the customer sit comfortably at a table since the device needs to be on a flat surface. Make sure you use the provided microfiber cloth to clean the lens before each scan, and make sure that your hands are free of lotions and oils before you scan. Place the center of the pad of the right index fingertip flat on the scanning lens, and make sure that the finger is straight, flat, and completely covering the scanning window. Prysm IO is a precise scientific measurement tool, and while it's always accurate, some natural variation is expected. A fluctuation of up to 10% can occur even under controlled laboratory conditions. It's both expected and totally normal. But if you experience larger fluctuations in score, it may be due to a few different factors. First, inconsistent finger placement or pressure. Always scan the same finger, using the same light pressure. Also, when doing repeated scans, it's best to wait a few minutes in between each scan to allow your finger to normalize. Second, movement during the scan. Moving your finger can interfere with the scan by letting light seep out around your finger. This is why we encourage you to scan while seated. Third, a dirty lens or finger. Always wipe the lens with the cloth that came with the device between scans, and make sure your finger is free of lotions or oils before scanning. If you need to, wipe your fingertip with an alcohol swab to remove an excess of either. Fourth, your device may need to be recalibrated. Calibrating your device regularly will help your scan stay accurate. It's also important to clean the lens before you calibrate. Calibrating with a dirty lens may affect your scores. For small fingers, like those of children ages 3 to 7, use the pad of the thumb instead. Now, let's talk about privacy when scanning. Always respect privacy during scans. Explain the process clearly and try your best to maintain privacy. Let your customers know that their data is safely stored in the cloud and can be accessed or removed at their request. And if you're conducting a scan in which your customer's scan score will be stored and tracked, always hand your phone or device to the customer to review the legal disclaimers and check the boxes themselves. You may not agree or accept these consents on your customer's behalf. Please also remember that you should never share others' scores with anyone else, including posting scan scores on social media, unless you removed all identifying information. Now, the Prysm IO doesn't need much to maintain, but always make sure to keep your device clean and accurate by gently wiping the lens with the microfiber cloth before each scan. Also, avoid scanning under bright lights or in direct sunlight, and make sure to recalibrate every few weeks or as prompted in the app. Store your Prysm IO in its original case and avoid exposure to extreme temperatures or sunlight, since that can affect its accuracy. Never attempt to open or modify the device. But that's all you really need to know to get started. With Prysm IO, every scan helps you track your antioxidant levels, see your progress, and take confident steps toward a healthier, more vibrant you.